Welcome to Beck's Live ICO Reviews. Today we're going to be taking a look at a very special new ICO. It's a fintech type of product called Apis Capital Management Token. Now, the idea with this token is that it's actually a hedge fund and essentially works as an asset manager to apply strategies for you with your investments in order to optimize your individual returns. And the idea with a hedge fund is no matter what the climate is, bad or good, they make trades in a way that there's potential to make money if the market goes down or up. This is literally the definition of the hedge. And hedge funds and cryptocurrencies are really starting to break out. I've read some reports that somewhere around 80% of currently existing cryptocurrencies being traded live. This is not, excluding everything that's been lost or stolen. 80% of all cryptocurrencies live traded are being done by cryptocurrency hedge funds. So there's definitely a growing market for this. Definitely an interesting use application of the blockchain. And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and review their website for this live ICO review. Okay, we have made it to the Apis token website. So just looking here, you can check out everything that's going on. It looks like they've got their information about their executive team, the token, they've been in the press, and they're going to give you some information about the different services they offer you. So yeah, we've talked a little bit about this already, but just briefly going over their mission. Apis Capital is an innovative asset manager that uses unique strategies to build wealth during any condition. And using analysis and their experience, they're going to promise you rising gains, essentially. And they're going to do it through their signature investment product, which is called the ACM Market Neutral Volatility Strategy Fund, which I guess is going to be a mix of different cryptocurrencies, some that are probably associated or counter-cyclical to provide the hedge. Okay, so that's the name of their key product, is the ACM Market Neutral Volatility Strategy Fund. That's a mouthful. Okay, here they talk a little bit about the Apis token. So essentially it looks like the token might be used for fees to participate in the fund. I don't know. Why don't we click on Apis token? Let's take a look. And we'll also take a look at the white paper. The homepage is not entirely clear what's going on. Okay, so tokenized hedge fund strategy. Okay, still looking for what the token is actually going to be used for. Okay, so it's Stellar, based on Stellar, not an ERC20. That's good to know. I like actually Stellar as a platform for a lot of these tokens. I think Stellar in general, I think, can be ultimately faster, particularly I think it's called Hyperloop or something like that. The add-on engine to it, really makes it a big potential for fast coins. Okay, let's see. Here, well, at least we have some information about the supply of the token. So it looks like it's 2 million. That's a pretty low. I think this is circulating supply. It's unclear if this is total supply or circulating supply. They should clarify. But either way, circulating or total supply, that's a very low number, which means that potentially these things could be quite valuable. And it seems like their value is going to be tied to actually who's using the hedge fund, as it seems like the coins are going to be integrated, but it's not clear how. Okay. Okay, so It seems like the benefit of using a token on this is the lockup period. Let's see. Oh, this is interesting. It's going to be uncorrelated with the S&P. So maybe products like this could actually one day be used as hedges for normal hedge fund managers that operate in normal U.S. securities. That's actually a very interesting additional use case for this, is if it could actually be non-cyclical with other indexes and exchanges and types of assets, then potentially you could see people hedging cryptocurrencies against these assets. So that might there actually be more valuable than the hedge fund itself, is if they can actually create a way for people to hedge traditional assets with cryptocurrencies. So this may be onto something, and I think maybe they should look into this a little further. Okay. They claim a good track record. Would like to see a little more about that. No minimum investment. Okay, that's going to be big because there's usually a huge barrier to entry in hedge funds that the common man can't really get past. So if this product actually exposes consumers who would not normally be exposed to hedge funds, then I think this is a really, really promising idea. Although, I mean, hedge funds are kind of losing their flavor in recent years, particularly after the financial collapse. But, you know, they have been profitable. I mean, very profitable to the owners, but also profitable to many of the clients. And if they do have the track record they claim to have, then, you know, I don't see why this couldn't be even bigger than a traditional hedge fund, which is limited to investors with large capital amounts as base entry. So that's another thing I'm really liking here. Yeah, built on Stellar Protocol. Yeah, security, speed, and efficiency. I talked about it a little bit before, building things on Stellar. These new ICOs, I recommend, you know, actually using Stellar as a platform. There's several top quality ICOs that I've seen that use Stellar and have had a lot of success. One of them being Turnio, which is that big advertisement ICO. Okay, so this is their, looks like they're breaking down their profit by month and year over year. Okay, so 2016 they did good, 2017 they did good. Yeah, I mean, they're definitely making money. I think it's a good product. I always have a little trouble thinking about hedge funds and cryptocurrencies because it seems like everything's just tied to Bitcoin when it goes up or down. But it's clear here that they're making some good trades based on what they're claiming to be doing monthly, particularly in this down market in the last since January. They went down for 2 months, but otherwise have been up. I mean, that's very rare. Okay. And they're just kind of comparing things to the S&P and the FTSE, which is the British stock exchange. Euro stocks, I think, is the big one for the EU. Okay, here are some accolades they have. I'm not sure what HedgeConet is. I know what Barclay is. I don't know what Barclay Hedge is. If it's part of Barclay, then, you know, that's a very good ranking. Should look more into who they are, but I think that could be pretty high praise as far as things go. Can translate things here. That's good. Okay. So, yeah, okay, a little more info. They're based in New York. Good place for finance. More in Florida. Okay. Why don't we see press coverage? I want to find that white paper. Take a quick look. Okay, don't know Crypto Times, don't know Tech Company News. Business Insider, okay. So this is interesting. Yeah, people should check out this Business Insider. I think it gives a little contextual information behind the coin and about the CEO. Okay. Won't read that now, but yeah, check that out. Another Business Insider article. Again, don't know Hedge Week. Maybe that's popular in like the hedge fund community. Okay. Let's take a look at the executive team. Okay. 50 years combined in finance. That's great. Okay. Managing partner has 15 years of trading experience and financial services management. Okay. Definitely has good experience. I'm not seeing any LinkedIn here. Maybe I can click on this. Will that get me somewhere? No, a little more information. Chairman of the board of Total Equity Capital in Baltimore. Okay, and TE Management. And so he's a partner of this TE Management firm. Okay. Bachelor's in Commerce from University of Virginia. It's a good school. Doctor of Dental Surgery from Maryland. Okay, good schools. Well trained. So yeah, it seems like a smart guy. Seems like he has experience. Okay, they got someone to deal with SEC compliance. That's going to be big down the road, particularly, I think, in the next 6 months. I think the regulatory environment's going to get very different. Having someone like this is going to be promising for any ICO. Okay. Okay, so it looks like it's a very small team. Yeah, I wish they provided more information and LinkedIn profiles for these guys. But I leave it to you guys to go truly vet them. You know, it's always good to LinkedIn everyone on the team when you're doing considering any investment. You need to know who's behind this and, you know, anything they've done in the past, just to be careful. But it seems like just face value, they seem okay. Okay, here's the white paper, finally. Let's check it out. Okay, sometime today. Okay, here we go. Okay, so first things first, 34 pages. That's the magic number. Every white paper I see, 32, 33, 34 pages long. A few pages of legal disclaimer. Okay, executive summary. Okay, it's a hedge fund. Good track record. Okay, you don't get any voting rights for buying the token. Of course not. Okay. And this kind of goes over tokens in the beginning. No lockup period for token buyers. That's good. We already talked about that. Okay, we've seen most of that. Go into the team again. I guess they have a few more members than it shows on their actual executive page. Oh, maybe this is an advisor. Yeah, super small team. I'm sure they have more people. They're just not, you know, advertising everyone. Okay. Here's what they're talking about the fund. Okay, they're basically just going to be trading on the volatility. which makes sense. Okay, it knows the type of market. It'll sell options in the bear market. Although I'm trying to think about how that would work in crypto. I'm not really sure how you would sell an index option. I get you could like short it, but I don't know actually the physical option. Okay, bull takes advantage of the volatility. VRP. Okay. So yeah, again, they do a pretty good job showing, in compared with the S&P, that they're typically getting on average better returns. Okay, so their white paper looks like pretty much most of what we've seen already on their website. I'm still trying to figure out how exactly the token is going to be interfaced with the hedge fund, whether it be to pay fees or access to it, or what it's going to be. So hopefully some part else in this white paper is going to tell me that. 15% of tokens going to managers and advisors. It's okay, not too much. It's a decent amount. I always prefer when people take a smaller chunk and leave more for partnerships. It's just makes things easier down the road, but it's okay. Expense account. A little complicated, it seems, in terms of the token distribution. It looks like you need some Stellar on there already. And not too bad, though. People can figure it out. Okay, yeah, I just don't see anything what the token is going to be used for. It's here. It looks like it's breaking down risks of investment and stuff. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to have to rate this pretty soon, and I would like to do it getting a better understanding with how the token is used, but I'm not sure I'm getting that here. So we're going to check the FAQ, and if it's not clear, we'll go ahead and rate it without this information. Tokenized hedge fund strategy. Algorithmic signal-based volatility trading strategy. Okay. Yeah, it's just not here. Oh. Yeah, it's definitely a participation thing. Like, you buy the token, and the token is tied to the value of the fund. And then you can arbitrage back and forth, I think, to actually get it to get the value of the fund. Okay, I kind of get what it is now. I'm not sure how it would be technically working. Here's a little more here. Okay. So this is the investment balance that you can trade back. Okay, so for example, if investment balance is $10 million, so there are a million APIS tokens issued. Each APIS token is redeemable for $10 in USD or WSD or $10 worth of Bitcoin, etc. In the next month, if the strategy earns $500,000, the investment balance now has grown to $10,500,000, which now entitles every APIS token holder to $10.50. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, so it's tied to the fund. That's how it works. So, okay. Yeah, no, I think that's the way you would do this with the hedge fund. So yeah, I think there's somewhere around here where it's gonna run into some trouble, but I think this can work like this. So I've already talked about the use case. It's clearly, I mean, maybe it's a little bit of a saturated market. They have some competition, but it's relevant and there's still room in the market for it. So overall, I think this is a pretty good ICO. I guess I would want to see more on their page about, links to LinkedIn, make it easier for people to figure out what exactly their background is. Maybe spend more time making it clear what the token is used for. I mean, it took me a long time to really figure out how exactly the token would have value and what it would actually be used for on the exchange, or I mean on the fund. So with that said, I think the quality of the ICO is great. I'm going to rate it a 4.4, and just because I think all the reasons I've said about it being a good use case, but I think we're missing a little bit more about how the returns are proven. It's very easy to say, oh, our returns are great, and to have, I mean, they've shown what could be their returns, but yeah, I think it's a decent ICO. I think their website needs to improve a little bit to make it more transparent, but other than that, giving it a 4.4, and that's my rating. So thank you for joining me for this live ICO review. If you have any comments about what happened or any suggestions for me, please put a comment down, and we'll see you for the next episode.